Good afternoon. The midday news. Babatunde Bolatito is my name. The All Progressives Congress APC has asked the public to disregard a purported adjustment to its timetable and schedule of activities for 2023 general election, making the rounds on the social media. The party's National Publicity Secretary, Mr. Felix Moore, said in a statement that the report, as regards the party's primaries in circulation, is fake and should be treated as such. They added that the party's timetable and schedule of activities for 2023 general election remain as earlier published. Reports say the approved schedule has governorship primaries holding on Friday this week. State House of Assembly is slated for Sunday, while that of the House of Representatives is scheduled for next week, Tuesday. Information has it that of the Senate hold next week, Wednesday, while presidential primaries comes out on Monday, the 30th of this week. Mr. Moka added that should an adjustment become necessary, such changes will be communicated via the party's official communication channels. Ebira community in Osun State has extolled the excellent performance of Governor Adeboyega Oyetola in the area of peaceful coexistence among indigenes and non-indigenes of the state. The president of the community, Chief Sebu Abere, who made the remark, emphasized that the performance of Governor Oyetola within a short time in office has earned him so much accolades in the Southwest and Nigeria in general. David Ojo now reports.
Ibira Community Chief Shaibu Abere, while speaking, underscored the impact in programs, policies, and projects which Oyetola has implemented in the state. He said the meeting is significantly meant to project the cultural values of Ibira people to all the indigenes of Osun and also showcase the goodwill of Ibira people as a peace-loving ethnic group in the state of Osun. He thereafter reaffirmed their support for Governor Oyetola's second term in office. Meanwhile, the community urged the government to consider them for empowerment, such as agricultural inputs and financial assistance, which will help boost their farming activities and by extension contribute to the state's agroeconomy, reiterating further that their teeming youth will also need government support in terms of employment opportunities.
We pray that our excellent Governor Oyetola will come next election, will win the election.
In his remarks, the special advisor to the governor on civic engagement, Honorable Olatubosun Oyintiloye, commended them for their commitment to the present administration and encouraged them to further the support for the betterment of the state. He also appreciated them for acknowledging the giant strides of Oyetola in all the sectors and especially in road infrastructure and peaceful coexistence in the state. He restated the commitment of Oyetola's administration in ensuring a better life for all, while he assured the community that their interests will always be protected in the allocation of series of government social intervention programs.
We must commend them for their support to this government, and we must tell the whole world that the government of Osun see all the indigenes, irrespective of the ethnic, color, or language, that we see them as Osun people.
Highlights of the event were the cultural display by Ibira women and presentation of Award of Excellence to Honorable Olatubosun Oyintiloye. This is David Ojo reporting for OSBC News.
The National Assembly has passed a bill seeking to protect witnesses in criminal prosecution by changing their identities, keeping them in federal government custody, and paying them. The Witnesses Protection and Management Bill 2022 will allow the prosecuting agency to alter the birth, death, and marriage record to conceal the identity and protect a witness, especially at the court. During the proceedings, the witness will bear a new name and other identities. Reports say the Senate passed the bill in March, while the House passed it last week. The proposal is awaiting assent by President Muhammadu Buhari. It was gathered that the Witness Protection and Management Bill seeks to establish a witness protection and management program that will take such an action as may be necessary and reasonable to provide for the safety and welfare of witnesses who provide information, evidence, or any other form of assistance to the relevant agencies. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has arrested the Accountant General of the Federation, Mr. Ahmed Idris, over alleged 80 billion naira fraud and has been quizzed. Reports say the AGF may face another hurdle for allegedly overstaying in office as he attained the retirement age in 2020. EFCC Head of Media and Publicity, Mr. Wilson Wadiran, said Idris' arrest followed his alleged refusal to honor an invitation. Information revealed that Idris had been on the radar of the anti-graft agency for some time due to his involvement in some curious payment running into billions of naira, financial interest in Gizawa Community Market Limited and the Gizawa Integrated Farms Limited and other estate investments. Now to sports. Flamingos head coach Bankole Oluwokere girls are also to be dreaded, having scored in the afternoon and will be superintended by a Namibian official. Sri Lanka Parliament has reconvened for the first time since violence flared last week and the Prime Minister quit a day after the new Prime Minister warned that the country is in a precarious economic state and down to its last day of petrol supplies. The new Prime Minister, Ranki Wickremesinghe, said in a televised address that the island nation has to face unpleasant and terrifying facts. The new Prime Minister said he planned to ask for foreign assistance, privatize Sri Lankan Airlines, and seek parliamentary approval to increase treasury bill issuance to 4 trillion rupees from 3 trillion. Reports has it that more than a month of predominantly peaceful protests against the government handling of the economy turned deadly last week when supporters of former Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa stormed an anti-government protest site in the commercial capital, Colombo. Has confirmed that hundreds of his fighters trapped more than 2 months in Mariupol Azovstal still have been evacuated. Deputy Prime Minister Hanna Malaya said 53 badly wounded soldiers were taken to the town of Novozorsk, held Russian-backed rebel. She said another 211 were evacuated using humanitarian corridor to Olenivska, another rebel-held town. Russia earlier said a deal had been reached to evacuate the injured troops. Information revealed that about a dozen buses carrying Ukrainian fighters who were holed up beneath a besieged plant were seen leaving the huge industrial site in the southern port city.